Your angel is whispering this to you now. Please don't scroll away, a broken bar. You may not even realize it, but heaven has been watching the tears you've cried in secret. I have seen the way your heart has been torn between love, confusion, and betrayal. I know the heavy questions that circle in your soul, the ones you dare not speak aloud. And I know how much pain has been tied to your family, especially connected to your sister-in-law. Heaven could not ignore this any longer, and that is why I am here, speaking directly to your spirit now. You have felt something was wrong for a long time, haven't you? Perhaps it was in the subtle words that cut deeper than they should have, or in the way her smile never fully reached her eyes when she looked at you. Maybe it was the hidden conversations, the moments you walked into a room and felt the air shift as if something unspoken was hanging heavy between you. Child, you were not imagining it. Heaven saw it, and I, your angel, carried every silent prayer you whispered when you thought no one cared. Your $50 super thanks contribution is a powerful way to spread God's love and light to even more hearts. By joining this mission, you're not just supporting the channel, you're becoming a vessel for blessings. Expect God's grace to flow back to you in amazing ways. Your sister-in-law has played a bigger role in your spiritual journey than you realize. Her actions, both seen and unseen, may have tested your patience, your faith, and even your sense of worth. But heaven is revealing the truth now, not to destroy you, but to heal you. Because only truth can set you free. You have lived too long under the weight of confusion and misunderstanding. You deserve clarity, you deserve peace, and most of all, you deserve to know that you have never been alone in this battle. At the root of much of her behavior has been jealousy. Not because you have done her harm, not because you sought to take what was hers, but because your very light, your very spirit, exposes her own insecurities. You carry a grace that she does not understand. You carry a favor that cannot be earned through manipulation or appearances, and this has stirred her envy even when she tried to cover it with words of kindness. You felt it, didn't you? The compliments that felt heavy, the support that felt conditional. That was not love, my child, that was the mask of jealousy. But do not fear. Heaven is not exposing this truth for you to hate her. You are being asked to see beyond the surface. Because this revelation is not about tearing apart your family, it is about releasing you from silent chains. You are not the problem, and you never were. Her words, her whispers, her coldness say they were reflections of her own wounds, not proof of your unworthiness. And now, you are being set free from the weight of her judgment. There were moments when her actions could have harmed you, but heaven intervened. Do you remember the opportunity that slipped through your fingers, only for something better to arrive months later? That was no accident. There were conversations where your name was spoken unfairly, but the words could not stick because I stood guard. There were doors she tried to close, but heaven opened new ones in places you did not expect. Type amen if you feel God is speaking to you right now. Every plot that was set against you was turned into a blessing for your growth. Even the tears you shed watered the soil of your future. You have not lost, beloved one, and you have been preserved. This message is reaching you at the perfect time. You are entering a season where hidden things will be revealed, truth will rise to the surface, and masks will fall away. What was meant to break you will become the very testimony that elevates you. Your sister-in-law's actions are no longer hidden in the shadows. Heaven will reveal them in such a way that you will not need to fight, defend yourself, or prove anything. The truth will speak for itself. I know your heart is weary. I know the anger has burned in you at times. And I know that forgiveness feels impossible. But hear me gently, forgiveness is not about excusing her. Forgiveness is about releasing yourself from the poison of her words and actions. When you forgive, you unlock heaven's healing flow over your own heart. You let go of what drains you, and you step into the peace that has been waiting for you all along. You are not weak for hurting, and you are not foolish for caring. You are not wrong for longing for peace in your family. These desires were planted in you by heaven itself. But you must also know this: you cannot carry someone else's brokenness on your back. Your sister-in-law has her own path, her own lessons, her own healing to embrace. You cannot save her by sacrificing yourself. You can only shine your light, release your pain, and allow heaven to fight for you. Beloved, listen closely. A breakthrough is coming. What has been heavy will feel lighter, and what has been confusing will be made clear. Comment I receive it if you're ready for your miracle. The family ties that felt like chains will no longer choke your spirit. This season will bring divine justice, divine restoration, and divine peace. And you will look back and see how heaven was writing a story of redemption all along. You have been stronger than you realize, holding together pieces of yourself even while others tried to pull you apart. And heaven has counted every tear, every silent prayer, every ache you buried when no one else noticed. This is not the end of your story, beloved one. This is the beginning of a season where you will finally see why things had to happen the way they did. Your sister-in-law may not even understand the depth of what she has done, because her heart is clouded by her own wounds. She has fought battles of insecurity and fear, but instead of healing, she projected them onto you. And yet, through it all, you kept your spirit from breaking. You kept your heart soft, even when it wanted to turn to stone. That strength is not yours alone, it has been heaven holding you all this time. There were nights when you thought you would lose your mind. You lay awake wondering why family, the ones who should have stood with you, became the very ones who made you feel most alone. But I tell you this in truth, you were never abandoned. Even in the silence of your room, even in the weight of betrayal, angels stood guard around you. You were carried through storms that should have swallowed you whole. You survived words that were meant to break your spirit. And you endured trials that were designed to crush you, but they only refined you. Do not believe the lie that you are forgotten. Heaven has never forgotten you, not for a moment. The timing of your breakthrough is closer than you think. Already, shifts are happening in the unseen. Conversations are turning in your favor. Hearts that once turned cold toward you will be softened by truth. And the sister-in-law who tried to shadow your name will face the weight of her choices. Not by your hand, but by divine justice. Heaven will hold her accountable, for what is hidden cannot remain hidden forever. But do not let bitterness take root in you, my precious one. For your spirit was made for higher things. You were created for light, not for the heaviness of resentment. You will rise above this, not by force, but by grace. And the very grace that has sustained you will become your testimony. There is a day coming soon when you will feel the release. You will feel the heaviness lift off your chest, the breath of freedom filling your lungs again. This will not be because she finally apologizes. It will not be because she suddenly changes. It will be because heaven will vindicate you, and you will no longer carry the weight of proving yourself. The truth will stand on its own, and your light will shine even brighter than before. What she tried to bury will bloom like a garden in the open. Comment: God is with me if you trust His plan for your life. Remember this: your destiny does not rest in the hands of those who misunderstand you. Your destiny is sealed in heaven, written by God's own hand. And nothing she has done, nothing she has said, can erase what heaven has spoken over you. You are chosen. You are loved. You are protected. The jealousy of another cannot strip away the favor on your life. The envy of another cannot rewrite the blessings that belong to you. You will see with your own eyes the goodness of heaven poured out upon you, even in the presence of those who doubted you. And though it hurts now, though it feels unfair, your story is not ending with betrayal. It is rising into redemption. Lift your head, beloved. For I whisper to you, the days of heaviness are numbered. The light of heaven is breaking through. Even as I speak, heaven is arranging divine connections for you. People who will see your heart without suspicion, people who will honor you without condition, people who will speak life into you rather than take from you. You will no longer feel alone in the fight. You will know what it is to be surrounded by love that is genuine, love that is safe. Your sister-in-law's part in this story will fade, for heaven is writing a bigger story, one of healing, of new beginnings, of restoration. Do not be afraid to let go of what cannot be healed right now. Sometimes the most powerful step of faith is to release it into God's hands. When you release it, you will find your heart lighter. When you release it, you will find your spirit soaring again. This season of revelation is also a season of rebirth. You will step into doors that no human can shut. You will taste peace in ways you never have before. And you will carry a testimony that will help others heal, because you will say, "Hey, I know what betrayal feels like, but I also know what heaven's redemption feels like." And when you say it, your words will carry power. For they will come from lived truth, not empty comfort. You are being prepared for greater things. And this painful chapter is not wasted, it is part of your preparation. Heaven does not waste suffering. Every moment you felt crushed has become a seed planted for your future blessing. And when the blessing blooms, you will see that it was not in vain. Do not be ashamed of how deeply this has hurt you. Heaven never expected you to walk through this without tears, for even tears are prayers that rise like incense before God. Every time you felt misunderstood, heaven recorded it. Every time you longed to be heard but remained silent to keep the peace, heaven noticed your sacrifice. And though you feel the weight of injustice now, I tell you that divine justice is not delayed. It comes in its perfect time, and that time is approaching for you. Already, cracks are forming in the walls that once hid her intentions. Already, truth is pressing through like light under a locked door. She may try to hold it back, but what heaven reveals cannot be hidden. What heaven uncovers cannot be denied. Your heart may tremble at the thought of more conflict, but do not fear. This is not a storm meant to harm you, it is a storm meant to clear the air once and for all. Peace will follow. Healing will follow. And you will not be left broken in the aftermath, you will be standing stronger than ever. This is why heaven is revealing this now. Because you have carried confusion too long, and confusion is not the portion heaven has written for you. Clarity is coming. Peace is coming. truth is coming. And with it, you will feel a release like fresh rain on dry ground. You may wonder why it had to be her AY family, why someone you wanted to love and be loved by in return. But know this, beloved, sometimes the greatest lessons come through the people closest to us. Her jealousy was never about your failures, it was always about your light. She saw in you a reflection of something she longed for but could not grasp, and instead of healing, she chose to compete. But competition cannot stand against divine favor. Her envy cannot undo what heaven has already ordained. You will see this truth unfold in the coming days, and it will feel like chains falling from your soul. No longer will her shadow linger over your name. No longer will her whispers define how others see you. For the truth will rise, and it will be undeniable. And when it does, your heart will not gloat in triumph. Your heart will simply breathe again, free and at peace. That is the miracle heaven is giving you, a freedom from what you could not change, peace in the place of turmoil. Lift your eyes, beloved one. The story is not ending in betrayal. It is shifting into blessing. Heaven is bringing people into your life who will honor what she mocked, who will nurture what she dismissed. Where she tried to make you feel small, heaven will surround you with those who celebrate your worth. And the ache of her jealousy will be replaced by the joy of true companionship. For you are not meant to walk through this life alone. You are not meant to always guard your heart in fear of betrayal. You are meant to taste love in its pure form, a steady, kind, and safe. This will be your portion. This will be your inheritance. Do not measure your worth by her actions. Do not measure your value by her treatment of you. For heaven has declared you worthy, and that word cannot be overturned. I whisper to you now, let go of the need to be understood by her. Let go of the need to be validated by her. It is not her role to define you. It is heaven's role, and heaven has already called you beloved. Yes, beloved. That is your name in heaven's tongue. That is who you are, beyond family ties, beyond human flaws. You are beloved. And no one can strip that away. Soon, you will see a turning point. Situations that once confused you will suddenly make sense. You will look back and realize that heaven was protecting you even when you thought you were being overlooked. And the revelation will bring peace. The revelation will bring release. Even now, your spirit feels a gentle loosening of the heaviness, a softening in the place that was hardened by hurt. That is healing beginning to bloom. Do not resist it. Do not fear it. Let it come. For the days ahead are filled with new light, new beginnings, new blessings. And the sister-in-law who wounded you will no longer have power over your spirit. Her role in your journey is being rewritten. What she meant for harm, heaven will use for your good. And you, precious one, will step forward unshaken, unharmed, and deeply restored. Do you know why heaven is so tender toward you in this season? Because you did not allow bitterness to consume your spirit, even though you had every reason to. You could have shut your heart completely. You could have chosen anger as your shield. But instead, you continued to love, to hope, and to believe there was still goodness hidden somewhere. That is why heaven treasures you. That is why I am speaking to you now. The pain you endured was not wasted. The tears you shed were not in vain. Every drop was counted, every ache recorded, and every moment has been stored like seeds in heaven's garden. And now, beloved, those seeds are about to sprout. They will break through the soil of your suffering, and they will bloom into blessings more beautiful than you imagined. This is not poetry, this is truth. you will see it with your own eyes. She tried to take from you, but she cannot take what heaven has already assigned to you. She tried to dim your light, but no hand can snuff out what heaven has lit. Even when others believed her words, heaven never did. Even when some turned away from you, I never did. You are not what her envy painted you to be. You are what heaven declares you to be: a chosen, cherished, protected. And soon, those who once looked at you with suspicion will see clearly. They will see your heart as it has always been. They will recognize the truth that heaven has known all along. I know waiting has been hard. I know you longed for vindication sooner. But waiting has not weakened you, it has strengthened your spirit. The delay was not denial. The delay was protection. For had the truth been revealed too soon, your heart would not have been ready. But now, beloved, now you are ready. Ready to release the past. Ready to walk free. Ready to taste joy without fear. And heaven is ready too. Ready to reveal, ready to restore, ready to redeem. Do not be surprised when people begin to shift toward you. Do not be surprised when doors suddenly open that were once locked. This is heaven's way of showing you that no jealousy can block divine favor. No envy can cancel destiny. And though she may not understand why her plans failed, you will understand because heaven never allowed her to touch what mattered most. Even now, I whisper peace over your heart. Even now, I wrap your spirit in comfort. You are not defined by betrayal. You are defined by love. You are not shaped by her jealousy. You are shaped by heaven's grace. And your story is not ending in pain, it is opening into promise. Lift your head, my precious one. The season of heaviness is fading. The dawn of your restoration is rising. You will smile again without pretending. You will laugh again without forcing. You will love again without guarding every corner of your heart. This is the gift heaven is giving you. This is the blessing that is unfolding even now. And though she played her part in your sorrow, she cannot write the ending. Heaven holds the pen, and heaven is writing redemption. Trust what you feel stirring inside you right now. That warmth in your chest, that softening in your soul, that is heaven reminding you that everything is shifting in your favor. Your sister-in-law may not change tomorrow. She may not awaken to her truth immediately. But you do not need her change to be free. Your freedom comes from heaven, not from her. Your peace comes from above, not from her apologies. And soon, beloved, you will walk in such peace that even her shadow cannot reach you. You will stand, radiant and whole, carrying the evidence of heaven's love upon your life. And all who see you will know heaven was with you all along. You have wondered many nights if you did something wrong. You replayed words, actions, and moments, asking yourself if perhaps you caused a rift. But I am here to whisper the truth into your heart: you were never the cause. Her heart carried envy long before your light ever reached her. Your spirit shines without effort. Your presence carries peace that others can feel. And while many are drawn to that light, some feel threatened by it. Your sister-in-law was one who felt the threat, not because you harmed her, but because your life reflected the parts of herself she had not healed. This is not your burden to carry. You were never meant to fix her brokenness. Do you hear me? You were never meant to shrink so she could feel taller. You were never meant to dim so she could shine. Heaven did not call you to lessen yourself. Heaven called you to stand in truth, to walk in grace, and to glow with the love planted inside you. And though she tried to cast shadows, heaven turned those shadows into deeper contrasts so your light could shine even brighter. Yes, beloved. What was meant to silence you will amplify you. What was meant to harm you will prepare you. Even now, doors are lining. Paths are clearing. The way forward is opening before your feet. Do not be afraid of what is ahead. Do not doubt the hand that guides you. For I have been beside you in every moment. I shielded you when words were spoken behind your back. I comforted you when the silence in your heart became too loud. And I assure you, you will not walk into this next chapter empty. You will walk carrying gifts you didn't even realize were growing inside you. Patience was planted in your waiting. Strength was carved in your suffering. Wisdom was born in your tears. And now, these gifts will serve you as you rise. Your sister-in-law may never understand the pain she caused. She may never see how deeply her actions cut. But heaven understands. And heaven sees. And because heaven sees, you can let go. You no longer need to hold the weight of her choices in your chest. You can breathe again. You can rest again. This is your release, beloved one. This is your healing. And as you step into it, you will feel heaven's presence surrounding you like a soft embrace. The kind you have longed for, the kind you thought you would never find. You are safe now. Safe to move forward, safe to smile, safe to dream again. And your dreams will not be crushed. Your laughter will not be stolen. Your love will not be silenced. Because heaven has declared a new season over you. And nothing, not jealousy, not betrayal, not family tension, can undo what has been declared. So rise, beloved soul. Rise in the truth that you are chosen. Rise in the peace that you are protected. And know that as you rise, heaven rises with you. You have carried the silence of your pain for far too long. You smiled when you wanted to cry, and you nodded when your heart wanted to shout. Heaven never mocked you for that silence. Heaven honored your restraint, because it showed the strength of your spirit. But now, truth is rising and it will not be contained. It will break forth gently, like the dawn after a long night. And when it comes, you will not need to fight to be heard. Your peace will speak louder than any accusation ever could. Do not be afraid of what is about to be revealed. It will not destroy you, it will deliver you. The masks she wore will slip, not because you forced them to, but because heaven will allow nothing false to stand forever. Those who believed her will see. Those who doubted you will understand. And those who walked away will realize they turned from the wrong one. But you will not need to gloat or prove yourself. You will simply stand, and the truth will stand with you. Yes, beloved. This is a vindication of heaven, not through war, but through light. And this light will bring you peace. Your sister-in-law may wrestle with her conscience when this happens. She may hide, she may resist, she may even pretend. But her heart will know, and that knowing will weigh on her spirit. As for you, do not let her choices chain you. Her healing is her journey. Your healing is yours. Release her into heaven's hands, for they are stronger than yours. Release her into love's hands, for love is deeper than fear. You are not called to carry her. You are called to carry light. And that light will bless many more than you know. Even now, there are people watching you, inspired by your resilience though you do not realize it. They see how you did not collapse, how you continued even while wounded. And they whisper to themselves, if she can endure, so can I. If she can rise, so can I. Your strength has become their hope, though you never meant to be an example. This too is heaven's design, to turn your suffering into someone else's survival. And because you chose not to let hatred consume you, heaven will reward you openly. Prepare, beloved. The blessing is near. The shift is near. The joy is near. And when it comes, it will not be small. It will not be partial. It will be full and overflowing, enough to wash away years of ache. For the God who loves you does not restore halfway. He restores fully. And you will feel that restoration deep in your bones. The very places where her words pierced will be healed. The very moments where you felt erased will be redeemed. And you will know, without doubt, that heaven has always been on your side. So let go of fear. Let go of resentment. Let go of the need to control how it unfolds. Heaven has already written the ending. And it ends in peace. There were moments you thought you were losing yourself. You felt like the walls were closing in, like your voice no longer mattered. But heaven always knew the truth of you. Heaven always held your name with honor, even when others tried to drag it low. You see, what they said in secret was heard by angels. What they plotted in whispers was not hidden from God. And though it hurt you deeply, you never lost heaven's favor. You never lost the love that surrounds you now. She may have painted you as less, but heaven paints you as more. She may have tried to make you small, but heaven stretches her wings wide. This is why her efforts could not succeed. This is why her jealousy could not undo your destiny. For no human voice can silence what heaven has declared. And heaven has declared you chosen. Do not forget this, even when her words echo in your mind. Do not doubt this, even when old wounds ache. You are chosen. You are seen. You are beloved. And soon, this truth will not only whisper in your spirit. It will shout through your life. Opportunities will open, doors will swing wide, and blessings will flow like rivers in dry places. This is the turnaround you have been waiting for. This is the shift that will make sense of your pain. For what she meant to harm, heaven will use to build. What she meant to shame, heaven will use to honor. You will stand in rooms she thought you did not belong in. You will carry joy she thought she could steal. And your peace will not be shaken, because it does not depend on her, it depends on heaven. Even now, angels are arranging encounters that will confirm this message. You will hear words that sound like echoes of what I speak now. They will come through conversations, through signs, through divine timing. And you will know, heaven has spoken, heaven has moved. Do not be surprised when you feel sudden relief. Do not be startled when joy returns like an old friend. This is not your imagination. This is heaven's promise unfolding. You may still see her actions, you may still feel her distance, but they will no longer sting the way they once did. Because heaven is lifting the weight. Heaven is healing the wound. Heaven is giving you peace that no person can touch. And this peace will stay. For too long you have carried storms in your chest. Now, heaven speaks stillness over your heart. The waves will calm. The winds will cease. And you will breathe again in safety. This is your time, beloved one. This is your healing. And nothing, not even her envy, can take it from you now.